Think back 300 years. How different your relationship with time was back then. Now, why is time connected to acceleration? Because the more you focus on a certain sense, especially through the third brain, the more intense this sense will become in your reality. And so time has become an enormous obstacle for most people. Reclaim the idea that time is but a sense. Let's say that you have created a reality for yourself where time is very prevalent and you have to move from one moment of time to the other, to the other, to the other, and this dominates your reality. That simply means that you have created a very small energy pocket to exist in, meaning that it gives you very little space to be free, and a sovereign being then simply makes the choice to change that. This would slow down the acceleration. This would allow the sense to flow more naturally through your energy field again. And if you begin to understand that the sense of time, much like the 12 senses that we will discuss, is simply connected to 12 energy strands of DNA, then you understand that changing your perception of time is going to open up exactly those 12 energy strands of DNA, allowing you to have a different perception on your reality. These are the practical things that DNA will begin to teach you. DNA is as much a part of your body as are your hands, and basically very similar to the concept of hands. Hands give you the possibility to pick things up, to move things around, to shape your reality, to create your reality in the material world at least. And your DNA does this for you in the energy realms. So it is not so much an impersonal thing. It is a conscious part of you, allowing you to move through the energy realms that you will become aware of in a very short time, depending on how you integrate this holographic manifest, this holographic coming together of information. So the sense of time and acceleration connected to 12 energy strands indicates that there must be one sense that merely is connected to 10 energy strands and to the 2 biological ones. Otherwise, the geometry of 12 in 144 does not hold. Now there is one sense, only one, that also contains with it the energy strands of DNA and the 2 biological strands of DNA, and that is the sense of thinking. The sense of thinking impacts enormously heavy on your 2 biological strands, and that is why your thoughts create your universe as it is today, because they are connected to the biological strands. There is a way to move away from containing the universe in the way that you do it by connecting the sense of time, which is connected to 12 energy strands, to the sense of thinking. Because the sense of time has the ability to accelerate or decelerate your reality perception. Are you beginning to see how easy a being you really are, and how nice it is to begin observing these things in a different light? Many of you do not quite know how to take my words at this moment. Many of you do not know what it means really to have a sense of thinking. So what we will do in the course of this holographic information session is to implant a deeper level where either after this session or during this session, as you listen to it repeatedly, you will have the ability to explore the sense of time, and including the sense of thinking, and what this truly means. We will show you as this choice is being downloaded onto your neocortex, and from there into the pineal lobe, how it works, how thoughts can be perceived as simple senses, how thoughts can be perceived as indicators, radars really, for the current state of reality you are in, and how this also works for time. So take the time, if you will, either after this session or the next time that you listen to it, to really allow to move yourself beyond the words and use the hour or so that we will be together for that very purpose. Alright, so let's move a little deeper now. Let's move a little bit further into all of this. It is of course with great pleasure that I stand in front of you here tonight. Great pleasure because my main reason for being, let's say, has always been to clean up the timelines. In the quantum universe, it is normal that there would be many timelines, many alternate realities, many potentials for time, etc., 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 as you are continuously confronted by choices which to you now seem as something outside of you as well, instead of you make the choice. But choice, again, is a sense. We will go into that a little bit deeper at some other point. However, having the ability now to stand here in front of you, knowing that this goal that has been mine and yours together has been achieved, knowing that we stand on the bridge, knowing that finally we can talk beyond the point of theory and really move you into the realms of experience and exploration and start playing together in that way, gives us so much more freedom. You must understand that it is not about these words that are being spoken right now, that this is just a reality screen really, which is called a channeling that is presented to you, so your focus stays on the connection between our energies. These words are merely a sense as well. So what is the energy of the word? The sense of speech. You will notice as we continue that some of these senses are connected to a very important facet of vibrational and frequential creation, and this is the essence of sound. So the sense of speech basically is the essence of sound. And now we come to a very interesting place, because this means that you will begin to understand that your senses are a practical realization of your essence. And it is the essence of your angelic self, of your divine self, to be 12-fold. So 12 senses then, expressing 12 different essences of what you truly are, is what we, you and I together, will discuss in my aspects to this series and my contributions to this series. Let all of this have been a little introduction, my friends. I want to start focusing now on a more, let's say, a more clear topic and dive in a little deeper. And I want to take us back to what I said at the very beginning of my talk to you tonight. I want to take us back to the connection between the Akonai and the Akene, and something which I have identified for you now as the Adonai.